The 1970s gave us television gold, but hidden among the classics were some of the strangest, boldest, and most experimental shows ever to make it on air. Series so peculiar, you might think network executives were greenlighting ideas after one too many nights with their lava lamps. It was an era when no concept seemed too wild for prime time, resulting in a mix of daring creativity, bizarre premises, and unintentional comedy. Welcome to Hollywood Star News, where today we're looking back at 9 short-lived oddities that prove just how fearless and unpredictable TV once was. We begin with NBC's Gemini Man, 1976, starring Ben Murphy as Sam Casey, a government agent who could turn invisible for exactly 15 minutes before his molecules scattered forever. The special effects were clunky, the plots uninspired, and after just 11 episodes, the show vanished, appropriately enough, without a trace. ABC's Future Cop, 1976-77, paired Ernest Borgnine's gruff detective with Haven, an android officer from the year 2020, played by John Amos. The mix of buddy cop drama and sci-fi could have been gold, but awkward humor, mechanical malfunctions, and mismatched chemistry doomed it to a single season. Then came NBC's The Fantastic Journey, 1977, where a group trapped in the Bermuda Triangle leapt between strange time zones and dimensions. They met Atlanteans, futuristic civilizations, and wore the same clothes every week. It was Quantum Leap meets Gilligan's Island, minus the charm, and it ended after only 10 episodes. In 1979, NBC gambled big with Supertrain, a nuclear-powered luxury liner on rails, complete with shopping mall, pool, and gym. The lavish set couldn't hide flat writing, and 9 episodes later, it became one of the most expensive flops in TV history. Equally unusual was Man from Atlantis, 1977-78, with Patrick Duffy as the last survivor of an underwater civilization, equipped with gills, webbed hands, and a slow-motion butterfly stroke. The mix of superhero adventure and environmental themes sometimes faltered, but Duffy's commitment gave the series a devoted cult following. ABC's Lucan, 1977-78, told of a man raised by wolves returning to civilization in search of his identity. It had potential for deep storytelling, but often fell back on a drifter helps strangers format, with wolf flashbacks that looked like leftover nature documentary footage. After 12 episodes, it quietly disappeared. NBC's Cliffhangers, 1979, tried reviving 1940s movie serials, presenting 3 mini-stories each week, a murder mystery, a sci-fi western, and a modern Dracula, each ending on a literal cliffhanger. Low budgets and slow pacing meant it fell after 10 episodes, despite later resolving the storylines. Sid and Marty Krofft brought us Bigfoot and Wild Boy, 1977-78, where an articulate Sasquatch raised a human boy to fight poachers, polluters, and occasional monsters. With rubber costumes and simple plots, it was campy but beloved by kids and still enjoys nostalgic affection. Rounding out the list is Project UFO, 1978-79, Jack Webb's procedural take on alien encounters. Based on real Air Force investigations, it followed 2 officers examining UFO sightings with skepticism but open minds. Serious and credible, it stood apart from most sci-fi shows of its time and lasted 2 seasons. These shows, some spectacular failures, others quirky experiments, are reminders of a time when television wasn't afraid to try something different, even at the risk of falling flat. They may not have lasted long, but they left behind some of the most unforgettable oddities in entertainment history. So which of these strange relics do you remember, and which would you dare to see rebooted? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you enjoyed our trip down television's strangest memory lane, and subscribe to Hollywood Star News for more deep dives into the boldest, weirdest, and most surprising moments from the world of entertainment.